Welcome back to Repurpose Journey, the podcast where we dive deep into repurposing our lives after a chronic condition diagnosis or a life-altering experience. I'm your host, Laura, and today we're going to explore something that has been truly transformative for me, both in managing my journey with Meniere's disease and finding peace in the midst of life's challenges. I have journaled for many years. Sometimes my journals have been simple, just writing. Other times it's been adding pictures, and other times it's been super creative with stickers and coloring and all the fun things. It doesn't really matter how you journal, it's just more important that you do. For those of you that have listened to previous episodes, you'll know I'm passionate about finding ways to reclaim our lives and our purpose, no matter the circumstances. And journaling for me has been one of those key practices. And today I want to talk to you about how journaling can be a powerful tool for emotional release, self-reflection, and healing. Whether you've been journaling for years or have never picked up a pen to jot down your thoughts, this episode will explore how writing can be a safe and therapeutic way to manage the weight of your emotions. I also walk you through some journal prompts to help you get started or to deepen your current practice. And I also have a wonderful list of journal prompts put together for you. You can find the link to those in the episode show notes, or you can go to repurposejourney.com under resources. Let's start by talking about why journaling can be so important, especially for those of us dealing with a chronic condition or supporting a loved one through their health journeys. I found that journaling, when done consistently, can be a huge relief for the soul. It also can bring a lot of joy. There's something so freeing about getting the emotions that are swirling around in your head and mind out and onto something, paper, digital, whatever your preference is. When you do this, it's as though you are giving yourself permission to release them instead of letting them build up and weigh you down. For me, it's like I'm placing those thoughts, worries, and feelings somewhere safe, somewhere where they can exist, but do not have to constantly occupy the space in my head. Once they're out on the page, I can actually move on with my day without feeling like I'm carrying them around with me. Does this resonate with anyone else? Do you journal through your everyday life? What about if you are experiencing a difficult time or happy time? Do you journal? Now let me talk about the therapeutic side of journaling. Writing down your thoughts can be like having a conversation with yourself, the part of you that maybe doesn't always speak up or feels overwhelmed by the noise of everyday life. Journaling is where you can be raw, real, and unapologetically honest with your feelings. Sometimes when I'm feeling particularly overwhelmed or anxious, I'll sit down with my journal and just let it all out. No editing, no second guessing. I use pen and paper, so editing doesn't happen unless I cross it off. I allow myself to write exactly what I'm feeling, no matter how messy or disjointed it is. And there is no rhyme or reason sometimes, and there is no organization of it, and that's the beauty of it. Let me tell you, it's an incredible feeling to let go of the need to have the perfect words. It's a space where you don't have to explain yourself to anyone, not even to yourself. It's like giving your emotions a home, and in doing so, you make space for new emotions, new perspectives, and maybe even a little peace. Now, I'm not saying journaling will magically solve everything or take away all of the pain, but what it does do is it does help process what you're going through in a way that feels safe and private. It's a form of self-care that's just for you, a way to clear your mind and soothe your heart. What if we could reframe our story to highlight our resilience and personal growth? There's another way to explore journaling. We can work on rewriting our narrative. When you're living with a chronic condition, it's easy for the condition to become the central theme of your life story. It might feel like every chapter revolves around managing symptoms, going to doctors, and the emotional toll of living with an illness. But what if we looked at our story through a different lens? What if we saw ourselves not just as patients, but as resilient individuals navigating and overcoming challenges? There is power in rewriting. Journaling is a fantastic tool for this process. By putting pen to paper, you can begin to shift the focus from what's wrong to what's right. It's about recognizing and celebrating the strength and courage that's present in your journey despite the difficulties. Take a moment with me, and let's talk about how you could do this by reflecting on your journey. Begin by writing about a significant challenge you faced because of your chronic condition or a change in your life. Describe this situation in detail. What were the obstacles? And how did you feel during that time? Focus on how you managed to navigate that challenge. What strengths did you discover within yourself? What strategies or support systems helped you? In rewriting, I think it's really important to highlight your resilience. Write about moments when you felt particularly strong or proud of yourself. I know sometimes it's hard to find those moments or see those moments, but dig deep and really think about it and find them, because it might be a small victory, like getting through a tough day, or something more significant like achieving a personal goal despite your illness. Use these moments as reminders of your resilience and ability to adapt. You might title this section, My Moments of Strength, and list your various instances where you demonstrated courage and perseverance. Lastly, reframe your story and celebrate the achievements. Celebrate a new narrative for yourself. Write about who you are beyond your current situation, your current diagnosis, whatever that label is. Focus on your passions, values, and the ways you've grown through your experience. For example, you might write, although my life has been deeply affected by, it's also taught me the importance of patience, self-care, and resilience. I have discovered strengths in myself I never knew existed, and I'm learning to live a life full of purpose and gratitude. Don't forget to celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Write about your achievements and how they've contributed. Don't forget to celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Write about your achievements and how they've contributed to your personal growth. For example, today I managed to walk despite feeling. It might seem like a small accomplishment, but it's a testament to my determination and the progress I'm making in managing my symptoms and living the best life I can. Rewriting your narrative isn't about ignoring the challenges you face, but about shifting the focus to include the full spectrum of your experiences. It's about seeing yourself as more than your illness, recognizing your resilience, your strengths, and the personal growth you've achieved. One thing I want to share also is a journal can look so very different for each person, like we talked about earlier. You could do a traditional notebook and pen. You could do a digital journal. You could do a Word document or a notes document. There's even journaling apps out there. My favorite is I love the Hobonichi planner. It is a planner, but it also has the days, like pages of days. And I love that I can jot down the notes if I need to of my day, but then later I can fill in and journal about my day if I need to. And it's just a great spot. I'll include a link for it in the show description if you're interested. If you're thinking that sounds great, but where do I even start? Don't worry, I've got you covered. I want to share a few journal prompts with you. These are designed to help you reflect on your feelings, experiences, and how you're coping with your chronic illness, or how you're supporting a loved one who is going through a health journey. Now, as we go through these prompts, I want to remind you that not every prompt will resonate with you, and that is okay. You don't have to force yourself to write about something that doesn't feel right. Journaling is your personal space, and you are in control of how you use it. It's totally fine if you need to skip one or come back later. Here are a few prompts to get you started. What emotions have been weighing on me recently, and why? Sometimes simply naming what we're feeling can bring a sense of clarity. Take a moment to explore what's been heavy on your heart and mind. Are there reoccurring thoughts or feelings that seem to linger? What does my body need from me today? This is a big one for those of us dealing with a chronic condition. We often push through our symptoms or ignore what our bodies are asking for. Use this prompt to tune in and listen to what your body is telling you, whether it's rest, movement, or just a bit of kindness. How can I show myself compassion during difficult moments? Chronic conditions and caregiving can be overwhelming, and it's easy to be hard on ourselves. Take a moment to think about how you can offer yourself a little grace when things get tough. What would it look like to show yourself kindness today? What are 3 things that I'm grateful for right now, despite the challenges I'm facing? Gratitude journaling is very powerful. Remember, these prompts aren't for everyone, and that's completely okay. You're in charge of your journaling journey, and it's important that it feels right to you. One of the hardest things about journaling, like any practice, is consistency. Life gets busy, and it's easy to put off writing when you're feeling tired or overwhelmed. But I want to encourage you to make journaling a regular part of your routine, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be perfect or profound. Sometimes it's just about putting down a few sentences about how you are feeling. Over time, the consistency can create real shifts in how you process your emotions and manage your mental health. It's like building a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. And soon you'll find that it's not just something you do, but something you look forward to, a place of refuge and reflection. As we wrap up today's episode, I encourage you to give journaling a try if you haven't already. It can be such a powerful tool in your healing journey, whether you're managing your own illness or supporting someone else through theirs. It's a way to connect with yourself, to find peace in the chaos, and to give your emotions a safe place to be. If you're eager for more journal prompts to continue your journey, just click the link in the show description and I'll send you additional prompts to help you keep the process flowing and deepen your self-discovery. You can also go to www.repurposejourney.com into the resources to find more information. Thank you for listening to Repurpose Journey. If this episode resonates with you, we would love for you to share it with someone. And we would love for you to subscribe. And we'd also love for you to review this podcast as we're trying to grow and share with others more. Until next time, keep writing, keep healing, and keep repurposing your journey.